Hello, my name is Samantha, and today we are going to use the cards to help us discover what you need to do to overcome your natural negative self talk. And for this, I'm going to use 4 different decks, and then you will have the chance to choose which one of these decks you want to follow for the deeper meaning or the deeper message of this reading. So I'm going to start by shuffling these energy oracle cards. So if by just looking at the decks you are like, oh, this one is the one I'm gonna follow, you can then go straight to your to the video description to see what the message is and when it starts. But I would recommend you stay with me until we finishing the shuffling of these cards so you can see what is the living card for you based on the deck, and so maybe something else will come up. So for the first group of the energy oracle cards, I have Door to Spirit as the leading card to help us know and figure out how can you overcome your negative self-talk. Now on the second pile, I have the Divine Feminine oracle cards. I've been working a lot today with this deck, not only for this reading, but also for a previous reading I did for my Spanish speaking people. So if you speak Spanish as well as English, I will leave you here the link to the other channel. All the content in that one is in Spanish, so it really will only be for the Spanish speaking people. All right, so from here we have Miao Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So there we have pile 2. Let's go to the third pile. Let's see, this is the Barbari Zodiac Oracle deck. I really like this deck, but also I find it difficult sometimes to read its energy because in my head I am not very familiar with zodiac signs. Though every time I use it, I really get insightful messages. Third pile has the energy of Virgo. And the last pile, this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. Very appropriate for this week because this is a timeless reading, but the week I am recording this is the week of the upcoming full moon in Cancer. So very appropriate to use this deck as well. Let's see what's the message for you here. Fruition, the harvest moon. And for this, I feel like taking another card, fear. So if you feel like following the messages for the last pile, you have then 2 cards to guide you. Now it's the time for you to choose which pile, which message do you want to listen to. Because there might be, we're talking about negative self-talk, there might be some confusion as to which pile to choose, which one might be the best one for you. And for that, I'm gonna just play this singing bowl to help you clear your mental energy and help you decide with your intuition and not with your mind which pile you should choose. So be ready for this. Right, so I hope that helped clear up some mental energy for you. If it was hard to choose the pile before, you can try again, inhaling deeply, exhaling, connecting with your heart, and asking your intuition to guide you towards the pile you need to hear the most today. When you are ready, you can go to the video description to find the exact moment when your reading starts. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Door to a Spirit as your leading card, then this message is for you. And right away, like looking at this card, I think that the message your spirit guides want to give you regarding how to overcome your negative self talk is by finding precisely this door, this portal that will free you from your mind and bring you closer to your soul, to your spirit energy. And so I know that might be a really broad message. So we're going to ask some other cards how to do this. If you need to find this door to spirit to overcome your negative self-talk, sorry, how do you do that? How do you find this door? Are there any specific actions or any specific messages, things you need to do to find this door? Let's ask the oracle. So I have here commitment, that belongs to the sacral chakra, grounding, which belongs to the root chakra, and purification, that belongs to the throat chakra. Interesting that purification comes relating, or it refers to the energy of the throat, which is communication, right? We are talking about self-talk, but also, even if you are not talking aloud the words that you say to yourself, thinking them is a way of communication, right? All types of communication belong to the throat, which is represented here with the throat chakra. And finally, I have harmony with the sacral chakra. So I think the messages are very straightforward. And so what do you need to do to find this door to spirit that will free you from your negative self-talk? You need to commit to finding it. You need to commit to doing the work, to do what is necessary for you to connect to your spirit. You need to really want to connect to spirit, because if you don't have the intention, if you don't set the intention of doing this, it will be hard to find it, right? If you don't say to yourself, I want to be free of my negative self-talk, I want to go beyond my mind, I want to live in a different way, well, it won't be possible. You won't be able to find it because you don't even want to. So commitment is the first step. You need to say, yes, I want to let go of my negative self-talk. Then there is grounding. And grounding, why is grounding important? Always, really, whenever we want to expand our consciousness, grounding is important because it brings us back to reality. It brings us back to the present moment. And so if you are a lot in your mind, which you are, if you are watching this, it might be hard for you to live in the present moment. It might be hard for you to enjoy what is around you because you are always thinking. And negative self-talk is not only about, telling yourself, I always do things wrong, I am not capable of, etc., etc. It's also about chewing your thoughts and recycling your thoughts day after day. So if you are constantly thinking only about work, only about the problems that you have at work, only about the stress, you are constantly focusing only on traffic, on pollution, of the things the government does wrong, and all of those things, those are also negative self-talk. You are negatively thinking all the time. And that prevents you from being in the present moment and enjoying your life fully. So the first thing you need to do is grounding. And how do you ground? Well, by using this mudra during meditation, or even, just as a symbol of, if you're at work and you catch yourself thinking about all of these negative thoughts, what you can do is use that mudra. You take a deep breath, because that will automatically bring you back to the present, and then you use this mudra. And the way you do it is really easy. You just do this with your hand and you point the fingers down like this. It will help if you're sitting in your desk. You can do this, then put your fingers down like that. If you are standing, you can touch your fingers to your leg. If you are sitting, you can also put both hands, in the mudra, touching your legs. this way. That will automatically signal your body and your energy that the thoughts, all the energy around you needs to go down towards your feet. So breathing is also important to coming back to the present moment. Our breath connects our intellect and our mind to our body. It brings back the spirit into the body as well. So whenever you catch yourself overthinking or thinking about things that are not in benefit to your life, or you find yourself, in a pub with your friends or having dinner with your family, but you are on your phone, not enjoying the moment you are living, or you are with your friends, but you are thinking about your mom or your girlfriend or whatever, that's also not being in the present moment. So the way you ground in those moments is, if you are in a place with people, please put aside your phone. Even if you're listening to this while you're in a public place or with people that need you to be there, then take this as the sign to put the phone aside and you finish listening to this message later when you are on your own. Try to be present with the people that is around you. Try to be present with the people in your life in that moment. Pay attention to them, listen to them. If it's hard for you to do that, pay attention, start paying attention to your body, to the physical sensations you feel in your body. That will also help to bring you back to the present moment and to help you ground. Then you need to purify. You need to really kind of filter the thoughts that you have. You need to filter the words that you use. You need to even filter the content you consume on social media, on the web. You need to filter the type of people that you let into your life, the type of conversation you have with others. You really need to filter out all the communication and information that you have in your life. That will help you not also with the purifying of the mind, but also with the grounding of your energy and the purification of your energy in the physical body. That purification, that commitment, that grounding automatically will bring harmony to your life. It will also bring harmony to your body. Because if you are not in the present moment, if you are not filtering what you're even eating, it will be difficult for you to enjoy the food, and therefore difficult for you to be grounded, and difficult for you to have harmony, even in your physical body. If you are sitting in a place, or if you are trying to concentrate, but you have a stomach ache, it will be hard for you to concentrate, right? If you have these sugar cravings because you are addicted to sugar, or you have these cigarette cravings, it will be difficult for you to concentrate and have harmony, right? Because you need those distractions. And so that's what the purification means. It's not only words, but also actions and the energy you consume, information-wise, the energy you put in your brain, but also the energy you put in your body. If you consume lots of alcohol, that's not great for your body, right? Because that won't allow you to live consciously in the present moment and to be able to concentrate in what you need to concentrate and clean your mind. So purification is not only about thoughts, it's not only about information, but it's also about the food that you have in your life. So I'm going to go back and use the deck we used to bring about this message and to choose your living card to see if there is anything else, any other information Spirit wants to communicate with you regarding how to purify, how to let go and stop your negative self-talk. What other messages can we please receive regarding this negative self-talk and this door to Spirit? So I have the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, but it came reversed. The temple path, it also came reversed. Oh, and look, even our candle now is off. How interesting. Is it something difficult for you to accept the letting go of these behaviors in your life? Is it hard maybe for you as well to accept my words and the message you are receiving? Because the light is now off. Strategy and financial constraints. So having these cards upside down tells me that your 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra, you see how she is having a crown and the 7th chakra is here. So in your body is in the same place at the top of your head. And your chakra is just an energy center. If you are not familiar with chakras, all chakras mean is a portal, a gate, a center. So the seventh chakra connects the energy body or the soul with the physical body. It's the doorway that the essence or our essence uses to come down into the body. But because it's upside down, it tells me that your negative self-talk is affecting that connection with your soul. It's affecting the connection between your mind and your soul, and between your spirit and your mind and your body. So what you need to do, I recommend you do an energy cleanup. So Reiki can help with this to remove blockages from your energy body and balance your chakras. One Reiki session is not enough for you to be completely balanced forever, but it does help. Okay, it does help. So the more you do it, the better results you will. I will bring this back. The better results you will have, and you will experiment. And one session can help you release these blockages in your crown chakra. I am a Reiki master, so if you are, wanting to explore the energy of Reiki, then we can do that. I leave you a link below to the place where you can book a Reiki session with me. And it seems the candle doesn't want to be light up, so we're going to leave it as it is. The temple pad, it also came reversed. I think because this indicates to me that you are going against your heart. You are going against whatever your intuition is telling you to do. Like you are receiving messages directly or indirectly from the universe that whatever path you are on right now is not the right one, and they are telling you which one you should follow instead, what you should do instead. But you are not listening. You are like, no, that's not the right way. I know the right way. So you are a very mental person. You follow your mind. You believe in your mind, in your brain, and you are not listening to the intuition, to the guidance of the universe. And so with the strategy card here, I think that this is an invitation for you to develop a strategy. So starting to connect with your spirit guides, with your intuition, doesn't mean that you will stop following your brain. Okay, it doesn't mean you will stop being rational or that you will go completely woo-woo in life, but it means you will have an additional tool. So not only your mind, but also your energy. And so the strategy card is an invitation for you to develop a strategy. What can you do to continue listening to your brain, to your rational mind, but also allow the energy of a spirit to come into your life? How can you bridge both worlds together? And let me tell you, you can do that. You really can do that. It doesn't mean living a spiritual life or a more enlightened life. Doesn't mean you need to go all Himalayan yogi or anything like that. You can continue living your normal life, but from a more advanced perspective, from a broader perspective, even from a happier place. So think about, because you are very mental already, thinking or developing this strategy will be something that you will enjoy doing. Just sit down with a pen and paper and ask, how can I bridge the world of spirit with the world of the humans? How can I use my mind, but infuse the use of my mind with the energy of a spirit? And you will find kind of the resolution to this issue. You will be able to balance both energies, the energy of the mind and the energy of the spirit. The financial constraints upside down is telling me that you don't have financial issues. Regardless of how you perceive your reality, you really don't have financial issues. So you really need to stop worrying about that, okay? And you might be a person that, even though you might not be a millionaire, you are okay financially. You can maybe pay your bills. You can maybe even spare a little bit of money for entertainment and things like that. But you insist on saying, this is not enough. I need to do more. I need to work harder. I need more. I just need more. Okay. And so those financial constraints, that illusion of having financial issues, is another thing that is stopping you from, is another thing you need to clear out. You need to purify from your mind. You need to tell your mind and explain to your mind that, okay, maybe you don't have as much as you want to have, but you have enough. And when I say as much as you want to have, I'm thinking about, like a very comfortable person financially that still believes that needs to hoard more money because well, life is hard. Life needs to, for you to feel safe, you need to have as much money as possible, even if there is not a specific figure in your brain. You're just saying, I need more, like, but how much is more? Like 10 million, 1 million, 100,000, yeah, I just feel like you are not necessarily having issues financially, but you are telling yourself you do have. And that's one of the things that is preventing you from seeing or crossing that door towards the spirit. So strength, I think that's your modus operandi. That is strength card, the 10 of coins, temperance, and the 7 of wands. So the Knight of Pentacles as well. All right. So yeah, as I said, with the strength, I think you might exert a lot of force in your life. You want things, you make things happen, but with a lot of effort. You push not only yourself, but also other people. And you want to continue doing that because that way of living has brought success and has brought results into your life. But that doesn't mean that it will continue working. By continuing in that line, by still doing that, forcing things to happen, you are preventing this balance of energy with the temperance card to happen. You are preventing something better to come in. You have built something very stable, something very beautiful in your life, but there is much more that you could receive if you just let go of this pushing in life. If you just allow things to come into you. I think with the Knight of Pentacles being the last card in this reading, what you need to do also to release your negative self-talk is embark on a journey to find your real pentacle, to find your real motivation, your real goal, your real treasure. Is time. As I was about to say, is important, but I think it's better to say it is time for you to embark in this journey, to leave this behind. Your resistance, your strict perseverance, your place of safety into an state, into a journey that will bring you much more satisfaction than the one you have now. Insofar, you have achieved a beautiful life. You've built a beautiful empire, but still it's not enough for you. You don't feel satisfied, and that's because it's time for you to embark in this journey. It's time for you to really go looking for what makes you thrive, what makes you happy, what brings happiness for you, what the real goal is for you. And trust me, it is not money. Okay, even though you think it is, that thirst, that feeling of it's not enough, I need more, it has nothing to do with money, even though you think it does. It has to do with this door to spirit, this temple path that you have been neglecting and rejecting. If you want to thrive, if you want to feel better, if you want to enjoy life, it's time you embark in this journey to go find all of it. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think somebody else might benefit from listening to these messages, please share this video with them. Thank you very much. I see you next time. Hello. If you are here, it's because you chose Miao Shan as your living card. And I'm going to read the message of this card again. The Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So let's see what the universe and the oracle has to tell you about how can you let go of your negative self-talk following Miao Shan's advice. Giving is receiving, and the energy of the universe is merciful. Taking this as our initial message, I think your negative self-talk, or the reason why you have negative self-talk at all, is because you think that people are not merciful. People are not giving. I think the negative self-talk not necessarily is about you thinking something bad about yourself, but telling yourself bad things about the world, or negative things about the world. And in this case, you have a deep belief that the world is not merciful. The world is a selfish place. And I might be going to the extreme with this, but I do feel that you have convinced yourself somehow that people really are not who they think or they say they are. And also, they are not kind of clean, they are not honest, and they don't give as much as you give. Like you are maybe usually or often giving energy, giving love, giving trust and support, but you don't get that back. And so, because this has happened so many times in your life, you are already convinced that the universe is not merciful. People are not kind. So let's see what the oracle has to say when it comes to this energy and how to overcome this negative self-talk. And here we have the goat, the fox, and the heart. Last one, roots with the heart. There are many more cards that want to come out, but I'm going to leave it at that one. Okay, let me take one more. The desert, upside down. With the spirit of the goat here, I think the initial message for you when it comes to how to overcome negative self-talk is stop seeing what the others do. You don't have to care about how much people give or don't give. Don't let that exchange of energy stop your giving heart. Don't let that energy put you in a position of being in the desert and being depleted. And you might say, well, if I keep giving without receiving, I will end up here anyway. And that's true. That's true when you give expecting something in return. But when you give for the sake of giving, when you give without expectations, when you give because you want to give, because you have the opportunity to give, when you give from a place of love, it doesn't matter how much you give, you will never stay in the desert. You will never dry. You will never be dry. You will never. You will never need anything from anyone because you are giving from your heart. And so your heart is the one that gives. And the universe gives you anyway. When you give selfishly, when you give just for the sake of giving, when you give because you want to give, the universe rewards that behavior in different ways. You will see the return of investment of your actions, maybe not directly from the person you gave, but from the universe in some other way, in ways that they might be unexpected to you. And so causality in life is not linear. Okay, the cause or the origin of something is not always obvious or might not always come in a straight line. And so that's what the gold energy wants to tell you. Not because you don't see or don't receive back from the person you give, it doesn't mean the universe is not giving you back. Okay, with the heart energy here, I think it's almost as if this little bunny is saying, I have a secret for you. I have a gift for you, but it's a secret. And so you don't know how much you are receiving from me or how much you will be receiving from me yet. You still don't know it, but I am preparing something for you. Okay, I have something hidden for you, ready for you. It's just like maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Maybe because you are expecting it, that's the reason why it's not coming through, but it's already there. Okay, you are now in the energy of the desert, and the universe cannot give you if you feel that there is nothing there to give or to receive. Giving is receiving, but you are not seeing that. So with the roots energy here, I also think that it's an invitation from the universe for you to find exactly what is it you want to receive, because in your head you are like, well, I want them to give me back, I want people to be as kind as I am, but that's too broad. You are having a specific objective with a specific person, and those are expectations. That's not allowing the receiving energy of the universe. That's expectations. You are expecting something from someone. So what the universe is asking you to do, to let go of this negative self-talk, is change your focus. Don't focus on what you are not getting. Rather focus on what you want to receive. What is it you want? Really think about it, because that's what you will get. And when you decide that, because I also, maybe nobody ever asked you that question. And so now that I am saying it aloud, I have this sensation or this feeling that you're like, wait, what? Am I able to choose? Am I able actually to receive, to get what I want? So yeah, you are. You are worthy of receiving. And so maybe that's the first thing you need to change. You need to believe that you are worthy of receiving this energy. So the universe is asking you to get clear on what you really want to receive from it. We're going to leave the fox energy there for a little while because I need a little bit more clarification on that. So we're going to go ahead and ask and take some other oracle cards for your reading. And I have the inner child healing, which I think goes together with the roots and also the energy of the fox. But let's see what else. Clear, cancel, and release, and composure. I think what the universe is saying here with this inner child healing card is that finding the root cause of your negative self-talk goes back to understanding your inner child, goes back to connecting a little bit more with that being you were when you were younger. To all of us, something happened when we were in a younger age that helped us become who we are today, with the negative sides and the positive sides of our personality in the here and now. So this belief of this belief and need of I always have to give, it was ingrained in you when you were younger, and also that anger of having to give, but not receiving in the same way, also happened when you were a child. So the fox spirit here is going with you. Take this fox with you, the smartness, the intelligence, the trickiness even of the fox. Take it with you so you can discover when this belief was created. This fox spirit is here to walk with you the path to uncover and recover this inner child. It will help you to cancel, clear, and release the energy you need to in order to align more with this energy of the universe giving and receiving, with the mercy of the universe. You will need to embark on a journey towards towards your inner child, towards discovering your inner child. And so the fox spirit will go with you. It will lend you his strengths and abilities so that you can quickly find the origin of these beliefs and this negative self-talk when it comes to giving and receiving. And a tool that can help you with this is an Akashic Records reading. So the Akashic Records are a dimension of energy and a dimension of thoughts as well, where everything that's happened, past, present, future, in the time and space is there. So if you will want to find out how it happened that you receive or came to have and host this energy of unbalanced harmony in your life when it comes to giving and receiving, you can have an Akashic Records reading to find out this information. Besides reading tarot, I am an Akashic Records reader, so if you will want to book a session with me to help you in this inner child discovery journey, and maybe to clarify not only this but some other questions, I will leave you the link down below where you can book a session for this purpose specifically. With the composture card, I also think that what your angels and guides are saying is you don't have to freak out, okay? You don't have to hate everyone. You don't have to all the time feel like you are not protected or life is unfair, or, like there is a lot of uh, inner chatter that is, as we know, negative. So just, try to come back to balance in the moments when your mind is going, you know beyond what is normal for us to think of or consider or analyze. Take a deep breath and come back to your core, to your center, to your being, to your body. Because if you let your mind run wild with these thoughts that it's producing, you will not feel okay, and this might even cause physical issues in your body, like stress or anxiety and stomach problems, and digestive issues, and many things that have to do with the digestive system. So don't let your mind run wild. Just pay attention, and when it is doing that, when it is just creating all of these stories that are not true, bring it back by breathing and reconnecting with your physical body. So I'm going to take a couple of more cards from the Divine Feminine deck to enhance this reading. And I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. So I think it's Yeshe Sogyal, Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. Yeah, what I was saying with this composture card, I think this one is just a validation of what I was saying. For you to overcome your negative self-talk, you need to embody your energy. You need to bring back that energy grounded and in the present moment. Connect back with your inner core. So then I also have Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Yes, I think this card goes together with the goat spirit that we saw at the beginning. Not because other people are not able to give this in the same way you do. It doesn't mean you cannot or you should not give. You should not be authentic. If from your heart you want to share, then share. There is nothing holding you back. Don't let the circumstances change who you truly are if you really want to do it from your heart. Then Mary Magdalene, the apostle of the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Yeah, I think you can be both. You can live in a, because we are talking about the mind, it can be that you are a very mind oriented person. So this card is telling you can do both. You can be the bridge between heaven and earth. So you can use your mind, but you can also use the energy of your spirit to exist in this world. Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Yeah, I think as I was saying with all of the cards that we were seeing before, not you are never in the desert. Your light grows brighter the more you give from the heart, because you really want to, not because you have to. The more you are authentic to yourself and to your own opinions and to your own, emotions, the brighter you shine. And Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. So I think this goes back to what I was saying. Only when you want to give from your heart, then do it. Spend your time and your energy and your desires and your giving, your open heart with people that will value it. And without expectations, you give because you want to give, not because you have to give, okay? Spend your resources. Time is a resource, but also your mind, the capacity that your mind has to analyze things is limited. So spend that capacity of analysis and thoughts wisely. Don't waste your mind energy on useless things and negative or limited thoughts. Rather, try to shift the focus towards those things that will really help you move on in life and make your light shine brightly. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups, The King of Swords. Yeah, I think with the Nine of Swords, you are very much, I think this is representative of the mind energy, like you are really stubborn or set on your ways, and those are just bringing suffering to your life. They are trapping you in this net of thoughts, recurrent thoughts that are going around the same idea. So it's just creating a mind trap for yourself, and that's not allowing you. Happiness and fulfillment is possible for you, is available in your life, but keeping yourself stuck in this energy of mental repetition is not allowing you to see the happiness that is available to you. It's time that you rein on your mind. It's time that you put an stop to that negative self-talk and those recurrent thoughts that are not serving you anymore. So that's the recommendation Spirit has for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think that there is somebody else that might benefit from listening to these messages, please share it with them. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello and welcome to your reading. If you are here, it's because you chose the card of Virgo as your leading card for this reading. And I am a Virgo, by the way, so I know all about, you don't have to be a Virgo, but I know all about Virgo energy because I am one. And so I know that we Virgos are very mental beings, even though we are an earth sign and we're supposed to be grounded. I think that's the last thing we are, grounded. So you might identify with that energy where your thoughts are scattered, they are everywhere. Like there is so much, you're a very intelligent being, not because I am a Virgo, but as I said, regardless of your zodiac sign, the energy of your mind is really bright. It's really important in your life. You receive a lot of information from the universe through your mind, so the reason why you have a lot of chatter in your brain is because you are really smart. You are a really intelligent person, and so there is so much information stored in your brain, and it needs outlets of expression. It needs to flow outside, so it doesn't torment you with the constant repetition of the energy. And so, as I was explaining in the previous videos, that the previous readings, negative self-talk is not only or always only about telling bad things about ourselves, but negative self-talk is also about about like maybe some sort of anger that in your case you hold inside, so some sort of impatience, like maybe you are pushing yourself all the time, because the Virgos are perfectionist beings. So maybe you have that perfectionism in you where you are always pushing yourself to know more, to read more, to produce more, to do more, like it's always about more, more, more. And so the negative self-talk in your case might be that pushing of always more, like consuming more, knowing more, doing more. And that might be depleting your energy and also causing you this sense of, I am not good enough. It doesn't matter how much I do, how hard I try, it's never enough, okay? So let's see what the oracle and spirit has to tell us as to what can you do to stop this negative self-talk. The sweet lodge, purge, purge. Really, really let go, cleanse yourself, let it go. The rainbow in reverse. And this is, I think this purging that I'm referring to, this energy here, is inviting you to meditate, you need really, I am seeing your brain going like, all the time producing, all the time thinking, all the time like that. So this sweat lodge and this purge I am referring to has to do with meditation. And because you are thinking all the time and there is so much energy in your brain, if you try to meditate on your own, it might be hard for you to concentrate because you are just listening to your own thoughts. So this sweat lodge, this invitation to meditate and purge your energy, to reset really your brain and to reset the energy that you are running on, you might find useful to do a guided meditation, okay? And so yeah, you might want to find a video on YouTube on how to meditation, guided meditation on how to quieten the mind, or guided meditation on how to reduce stress, or guided meditation to free your mind, something like that. 40 to 45 minutes will be great. But if you don't feel comfortable with the YouTube meditations, I do guided meditations. They are only $20. It's a 45 minutes guided meditation when we jump on a Zoom call or Google Meet call, and I connect to your energy, and then I receive the information from a spirit that I need to share with you so you can relax. So most probably, if you do choose to do this guided meditation with me, you will fall asleep just because that's what you need. Like, you need a pause for your brain. You need a pause from your brain. You need a pause for your thinking. And so a guided meditation will take you to a different state of mind. And so all of my guided meditations are channeled, meaning I'm not thinking them. I am not preparing them in advance. I connect to spirit, and I go into the meditation with you, and I allow your guides to tell me what to tell you, to tell me what to do. So if you feel called to do something like that, I will leave you below my email address so you can reach out and we can arrange for this guided meditation. The rainbow card upside down is also telling me that because of your constant thinking, because of your constant mind chattering, you are not able to see the good things in life. You are not able to see the rewards of your hard work, because you are definitely a hard worker, with the Virgo energy here present in you. You are really, really hard worker. You really want to do things right. You really want to make a difference and impact in the world, but you are not and you are a successful person. You have succeeded in different things, in different projects. You just cannot see those successes. Or even, you have good friends that want to spend time with you, but you have no time for them, like you just work. Maybe you have a beautiful partner, but you are not able to see how beautiful he or she is, or how much happiness he or she brings into your life, because you are working. You are always worried about doing more. So all of those things, there are beautiful opportunities of beauty and happiness for you available right away. They are already in front of you. You are just not seeing them. You are not allowing yourself to live this rainbow energy, to bring that rainbow energy into your life. So what we need to do, or the process here, is an opportunity for you to retrieve a piece of your soul, to retrieve an aspect of you that might be floating around in the universe somewhere. And it's time for you to get it back. The reason why you are also constantly thinking and constantly feeling like you are not enough is because this piece of your soul is floating around somewhere in the universe. It's not integrated in you and in your present reality. So if you will want to do a soul retrieval exercise, an Akashic record session might also help. I will leave all the links below so you can check out all the services I offer. And if some of them call you, and you feel called to do either of them, you can always book a session with me or find somebody else to help you with this. A shaman can also do soul retrieval. I'm not a shaman, but if you want me to recommend a shaman to help you with this, I know 3 of them, all of them in Australia. 2 of them are women, 1 of them is a man, and they are amazing. So if you prefer that a shaman helps you with this, a soul retrieval with a shaman is also really powerful. The reason why your mind is also taking over your life is because you are not allowing your fire to blossom, to spread into your life. You are not allowing your passion to just be scorching hot in everything you do. You are so concentrated in your mind energy that you don't pay attention to your fire. Your mind, unfortunately, in this case, has diminished, reduced the strength of your passion. And your passion is your creativity. Like, that's why you feel tired, and you feel maybe depleted, because all of your ideas, all of your creativity, you are trying to take them from the knowledge you have from your mind, and not from your creative energy, not from your passion. And so that's why it's harder. That's why it's more difficult. If you allow your fire to spread, your passion to bloom, you wouldn't have that much of hard time coming up with new creative ideas. but because fire for you means or represents losing control, and no way you are going to do that, then that's why you rely a lot in your structured mind, in your structured information and knowledge. But trust me, if you want creativity, if you want passion, if you want to expand your life beyond what you already know, fire energy is what you need. And so the crow here is a spirit guide that is making itself known, telling you you are not alone. You know, if you decide to go into this journey of recovering your soul, if you decide to go in this journey of the purging that you need to do, you will have support. There is already, there is this crow ready to help you. It's already ready for you. Whenever you say, okay, now it will make things happen for you. It will help you. It will guide you on the path, on the way you need to do. So you just need to say, go, and your crow friend here will go, okay? So I have flow, but it's in reverse. Of course, it's in reverse because you are not flowing. You are stopping your fire energy to spread into your life. You are trying to control everything. So you are not flowing, which is also causing you this negative self-talk and these blockages and difficulties you are finding in your life. The next card I have for you is Seek Seclusion. So yeah, what I was saying with the sweat lodge, like it would be amazing if you, besides meditating or starting a meditation practice, you could go on a holiday, but whatever is easier for you, because based on the energy I'm seeing here, maybe to begin with, a 45 minutes guided meditation or guided break, it might be easier than take a week off work. But definitely you need this sweat lodge energy with the Seek Seclusion. It's important that you stay away for a little while, at least every day, actually. If you could develop a meditation practice and meditate 20 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day even, will also help. So you don't know how to start with your meditation practice, I also can help you out with that. And I feel that this sounds like a promotional message, but I'm telling you, I'm just saying what is coming up, and maybe you do need help, and that's why I feel called to share all the things I do and all the possible opportunities of working together that we have. So the other card I have for you is negativity. And you see how she's like with the hand in the head, a little bit dramatic, like, oh my God, I cannot take it anymore. So I think that I don't think you are being dramatic, but I also think that this card says you have the key to get out of this, but you are just choosing, as we were saying, to stay in your negative self-talk. You are choosing to stay in this, you could say no more, but you choose not to, and then you come and say, oh my God, poor me. It's like, I wish someone will help me, and then someone comes and helps or offers help, and you're like, no, I don't need that. And so, you see, it's like a cycle where you want out, but you stay there. So negativity is a little bit of an illusion, a little bit of a drama. Give back. I think that because of the nature of maybe your work and your life, you're very much focused on yourself, like on whatever is good for you, on whatever has something, like ready to no, I don't know how to say that, but something that will bring fortune or riches to you. You only focus on where you will gain something, but you don't necessarily focus on the people around you or the rest of the world. So I think it is important that we give back to the community, so spend a day in like there are campaigns. I remember when I used to work in hotels, there were these campaigns that we used to do to go and collect garbage from the beach or the desert, because of where I was working at. So if, or plant tree, there are companies that organize weekend activities like those. Gardening, but something that has to do with the community. Go and enroll in a community project, because that will not only solidify or help you give back to your community, but that will also be a benefit for you, because it will take your mind away from your life, really, and you will see the perspective and the reality others are facing, because you can be too focused on yourself. And even though I think that's good, I am of the idea that we need to focus first on us so we can give back. In your case, for you to be able to refocus on your life, you first need to give back. You need to shift your focus because you've stayed too long in the me energy. Okay. Then I have Leo. Oh, Leo. Powerful energy. Earth in reverse and Pisces in reverse. Yeah, I think again, you don't really let your imagination run wild. You don't allow your ideas, your imagination to happen. That's why Pisces came in reverse. But it's time that you daydream the most or more. Daydream more, because that will bring easiness into your life, that will bring creativity, that will bring flow into your life. That's what you need. You are already powerful. As I said, you're a very smart being. I think the combination between Leo and Virgo, no, in relationships, because those are opposite energies almost. Also, I say that by experience. But in a being, the same being combining the Leo power, because Leos are like super confident, most of them, right? Like confident in themselves. And look, this fierce energy here and this fire energy, right? Like they are really, really confident and powerful. And then Virgo with this powerful mind energy, so sexy and smart and sensual. And also powerful, but in a different way, right? Like if you see them next to each other, you see the balance between masculine and feminine. So right now your masculine is full speed. Now you need to activate your feminine, so that you, and there is fire energy in both, like I think fire is really important for you right now. So feminine energy doesn't have to be weak. It can really be powerful. And in a life, in this planet, we need both, really, in existence in general. But in this planet, we have conflicts with letting our female energy run wild. So it's an invitation for you to balance both energies. Use the power of your masculine and the sexiness and creativity of your feminine to make life happen. And then earth energy, as I was saying, Virgo is an earth sign, and you don't necessarily need to be an earth sign, but because it came upside down, I think you will benefit from grounding, from calling into your life earth energy, from seeing and realizing the benefit of using and being in the present moment, okay? Focusing all the time in money, focusing all the time in projects, focusing all the time in business is not the positive side of earth energy. So you might want to shift to another aspect of earth, that earth is also feminine, and explore the different side of this energy and what benefits it can have for you if you step more into a more feminine approach to life, regardless if you are a man or a woman. Feminine energy doesn't have anything to do with gender or a physical body. Both of us, both genders can benefit from the feminine side of the energy. And in this case, regardless of your gender, you do need to activate more your female energy and ground. Allow earth to give you, and not necessarily all the time. You don't have to produce all the time for earth to give you. So that's something that you also need to learn. That's it. That's all I have for you today. If you benefited from this reading, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think somebody else might benefit from listening to these messages, please share this link with them. Thank you, and I see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you are here, it's because you chose fruition and fear as your leading cards. And just as with a first glance to these cards, I think that the reason why you have negative self-talk at all is because you let your fear run wild. You don't control your fear, you just let it be. You let it come and be. And so what I was saying in the previous videos as well is that negative self-talk is not only telling ourselves bad things about ourselves, but also all of those thoughts that we constantly have that don't allow us or don't serve us, or beliefs that are limiting us, can also be negative self-talk. And in this case, or in your case, this negative self-talk, we see it expressed in allowing yourself to think and believe negative things all the time, meaning you think that the world is a negative place, and because you think so, you find proof that that's true. Because you believe that the world is dangerous, then you find proof that that's true. Because you believe that there is no good people in the world, then you find proof that that's true. And so here you have convinced yourself that staying in your comfort zone is the best thing to do for you. Because if you get out of it, you will be at risk. And so you have let your fear just run wild, and that's why it's causing your negative self-talk, and that's what's keeping you stuck in the situation or situations you feel yourself in. So then from the tarot deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Swords. I think there are many things you are not doing because of this fear. There are many things that you wish you could do, but you are not. The Four of Wands, like all of your wildest dreams are just that, dreams. You live a lot in your head, not only with the negative self-talk, but also there are many cards that want to come from this deck for you. And I already saw here that the Eight of Pentacles, I know. So you are not living life awake. You are, I'm not talking about enlightenment here, I'm talking about literally awake, in your waking life. You daydream a lot. You reminisce a lot about the past. You think about the future, but all of it is in your head. So all of these amazing, or all these amazing dreams you have, this amazing life you wish you had, all of this is in your head. You are not doing anything to make it so. You are really not. You are not really acting on your desires. You are actually here. You are actually in this card. This is the energy that truly represents you most of the time. You wish you had this amazing group of friends. You wish you went back to the past because maybe it was better then. You wish you were this creative force of life. You wish you dared to do things. You wish you were a really intelligent or a smart person. You wish you could celebrate with friends. But all of it is in your head. All of these thoughts, all of these realities are being powered by the energy of your mind. And so because of that, they are staying, or they are only in your mind. The problem is because you are not living any of this. You live immersed in the Nine of Swords, suffering because you don't have all of this. Suffering because you are not doing any of it. Okay? And so we see again, birds with the fear here, and more birds with the Nine of Swords here. And the swords represent mental energy. And yeah, so even though you have amazing ideas and amazing dreams, you are not living it. You are not living in the present. You are living either in your mind and in your fantasies, in the past or in the future, or in your imagination, but not in the present moment. So this deck is talking to me right now. Three of Swords. Oh my God, something really horrible happened to you. And you are still there. You are still living in this Three of Swords energy. You have not let it go. You wish you were. That's why, because you are still here and it's too painful to face. Four of Pentacles, you are still here. You only allow yourself to you only allow yourself to dream of a better life, but not live it because you are protecting yourself from harm again. So this might be a little bit too extreme, but I do feel you, the people, most of, if you are here is because that's the case. I feel you went through these Three of Swords, these events that put you where you are and keeps you in here, was something important. Well, I'm talking about major trauma like rape, some sort of constant emotional abuse, even physical abuse. I mean, you guys in this pile went through a major, the loss of someone. Maybe you lost one of your kids or a very dear person to you, and that's why you are afraid. That's why your mind has created this idea of the world is a difficult place to be. And if you haven't, I'm getting the feeling of recommending you to go to therapy, to seek help, because if you are really still immersed in this energy because of something so big happened to you, it might be difficult for you to get out on your own. And if you are already going to therapy, don't pretend just to work on yourself, or don't pretend just to do what your therapist tells you to do, but don't do it. Okay? If you are already in therapy, which I don't think you are, because you are afraid of what you might discover or what might people think about you, if you are if you are not going to therapy, you should go. That will really help you, that will really benefit. And with the Two of Cups, I feel that this really difficult trauma has also something to do with a partner. Maybe your partner, your spouse, was involved and was a little bit of an abusive relationship, and it left you wishing for something. Maybe you had an idea about, you wanted this relationship to be something, and it didn't go that way. It really didn't happen that way. And so you are sitting still, a part of you, a part of your soul is sitting, hoping or waiting for life to get better. But you wish for it to be with this wheel of fortune, but I don't think you, I don't think you think you can. And with the devil card here, it just tells me that your mind is really playing you big time. It's telling you lots of lies, but it looks so, convincing that you just believe it. And it might be that if you are still in this relationship, and that's why you are still, you are still here, if you're still in this abusive relationship, your partner or the person who is causing this abuse is the devil, and not because he's mean or she's mean, literally, though, yeah, that person might be, but also because he or she makes you believe that you have no other option but to be with him or her. Maybe these mental blockages and this fear comes from this person telling you you are not good enough, telling you cannot survive without them, telling you that no one will ever love you, and you are believing this. And that's why you are still trapped in this Three of Swords energy. But let me tell you, those are just lies, and this person knows it. This person knows it's just creating an illusion for you. You see the little man here. The devil seems to be controlling, but really he has the hand open, the strings. If this person will pull away, this devil will not be able to stop them, because really he has no control over himself. In this case, you. So if you are still in this relationship, in this situation, living abuse of any kind of sort, and you are staying there because you think you cannot be free of it, this is your cue to get out, because you can make it in the world without this person behind you or at the side or in the way, actually. So protection, you might not want to do this because you feel there is no one there to help you, there is no protection, and maybe that's why you stay where you are. Creation, but you can create, again, all of those pleasure, all of those ideas of there is no one there for me, is just that same as the devil energy. Even if there is no a physical person, which I think there is, but if there is no physical person holding you back, is yourself. You are the devil. Again, not because you are mean, but the devil card represents illusion. You are the one holding you back with your belief of there is no protection, the world is difficult, I cannot experience pleasure, etc. You are the one creating your own illusion. And so what this card tells me here is that you need nourishment. You need someone to bring some sort of happiness into your life. That's why I said you need help. You really need professional help. because you need nourishment. You need someone, to overcome these difficulties, this trauma in your life. You need someone to give you what you don't have right now. And in most cases, we should be able to, provide for ourselves what we need. But because in your case it has been such a horrible experience, there is nowhere you can get what you need from within. So you do need somebody to help you out here, whether it's a family member that might understand what you are going through, whether it's a therapist, a professional person that needs to help you out with this. So unfortunately, I'm not a therapist and I do not know anyone good enough to help you, but I'm sure there are people out there that can help you with this problem. The Queen of Air is coming here to tell you you are not alone. You really are not alone. The Fool, you need to begin the journey to self-recovery. You need to begin the journey towards what you want. The Five of Water, not everything is as horrible as it seems like. There might be some times where you feel stuck, and there might be some times where everything seems to be lost, but it's not the case. The Three of Air, you don't have to constantly be protecting yourself. It might have felt like that for a while, but it's no longer true. Nine of Air, you can be free from this. Like, really look for help. Search for help. You really need somebody else to help you out with this. The Six of Water, you don't have to continue suffering because of this at all. You don't need to go through this on your own. The Nine of Water, your desires can be a reality. Your desires can can be true, can come to happen. And lastly, the Three of Water, it's just a matter for you to decide. It seems like some part of you, maybe because of the difficulty of the situation, you are living in an illusion created by yourself, where you are telling yourself that life might be better with this person or in this situation, because things could be much worse. You are trying to convince yourself of a lie, so just recognize that that's not true. Life can be much more enjoyable, much more, much better somewhere else. You really need help to process your emotions. With so much water here, the illusion comes from unprocessed emotions, so you really, really need to get help. I cannot emphasize this enough. It just keeps coming. You really need to seek help. And finally, the Tree of Earth. When you do seek help, you might feel more grounded. At the beginning might be difficult, but you will. Just make sure you don't ground yourself again in erroneous beliefs or erroneous energy, okay? That's why it's important that you look for good professional help, because if you don't, then you are, like you might fall again in old patterns that will keep you, maybe not in the same situation, but bring you back to something similar. So when you reach the right help, the right person, you will begin this process of rebirth with the Death card, and become the magician that makes reality happen, that makes reality possible, that makes enjoyment possible. So searching for help, grounding, having this guide in your life will put you in the path of rebirth, so you can finally have the life of your dreams, the life that you want, because you will be able to make it happen. That's all I have for you. If you have enjoyed this video today, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't necessarily recognize yourself with these cards, but you do know someone that to whom this story belongs, your friend, like a family member, a colleague, and you are like, oh, that's his or her story right there. Please share this message with them. It might help them understand from a different perspective what's going on in their lives. Thank you very much, and I see you next time. Bye.